Hi Roots of Peace Yogis. So for this practice, we're going to do a meditation on gratitude. And I haven't mentioned it because this is only my third video, but you might start to notice some special effects as I do my videos for my yoga practices and my meditations. I'm also a graphic designer and a photographer, so I'll be tossing in some of my video editing skills as we move forward, just to keep your interest, keep things a little fun and light, so be looking out for that. So during your meditation today, you can have your eyes closed. If you keep them open and look at your screen, you'll notice that there's some scenery, some video of some trees and things like that. So just to mix it up so that you can get what you want out of your meditation. Today's meditation is based on a Japanese meditation on gratitude. So I'll be asking you 3 questions and then you can reflect. So to start, we're just going to get into our body. We're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. So as I do breath work in these videos, keeping in mind that breath work is different for everybody, every body is different. So my breaths might be longer or shorter. It's all about your comfort level, listening to your body and making sure that you're not doing anything that is going to cause you harm in the long term. You want to be very, very mindful when you're doing things like this, because it can bring up, breath work can bring up different experiences, different past situations, and so just being very, very mindful when you go into breath work. By yourself, with an instructor, things like that. So alternate nostril breathing is just going to set us up for our meditation and get us into our body. So making sure your hands are clean, because we're washing our hands constantly right now and you're going to touch your face. So if you want to skip this part because you don't want to touch your face, totally fine. But you're going to take either hand, so left or right, and then you're going to plug your left nostril with your thumb or forefinger. And then you're going to inhale through your right, plug your right, and exhale through your left. So deep breath in through your left nostril, plug, release your right, exhale through your right nostril. Inhale through your right nostril, plug it, release the left, exhale through your left nostril. Deep breath in through your left, plug, release the right, and exhale through the right. One more time. Inhale, right nostril, plug, exhale, left nostril. So a couple more rounds at your own pace. Inhaling through one nostril, and then plugging and exhaling through the other, and then inhaling, plugging, and exhaling, just back and forth. Feeling how your breath feels as it goes in through one side and out through the other. Deep belly breaths as you alternate nostril breathe. One more round on each side. And then dropping your hand and just finding yourself in a comfortable position for this. So you can be lying down. I should have said that from the beginning, sorry. So you can lie down, you can be in a comfortable seated position for your grateful meditation. So eyes closed, or you can keep them on the screen, put on some cool scenery for you. So question number 1, and all of these questions will reflect around your day. So if you're doing this in the evening, you can reflect on the day that you had today. If you're doing this in the morning, you can do it for yesterday. And you can also take this meditation to a relationship or a specific moment that you had. So just, it's very, very flexible. But if you just want to focus on the day you had to start so that it's a little bit easier, feel free to do so. So question number 1, what are you grateful for? What happened to you today or yesterday or in the moment you're focusing on that you can have gratitude for? And nothing is insignificant. Everything matters in this exercise. So it can be that your friend bought you lunch, or that somebody let you out in traffic. But the idea being to not focus on the intent behind the positive gesture, but just that it happened and that you can be grateful for it. we're so quick to dismiss everything that we have right now that it's hard sometimes to connect with gratitude. But if we really stop and look around, we're here, we exist, and that in itself is something to be so grateful for. So taking a few more moments to think about what something or someone did for you. Maybe you saw a butterfly and you're just grateful for the experience of beauty in nature. But just thinking of these things. I picked this meditation because gratitude brings us into the present. Right now it's hard to stay present because there's so many inconsistencies and unknowns in the world. And so we're constantly thinking about the future, and that takes us out of the present. And so now, question number 2, what did you give today? What's something you did for somebody else, or for something selfless that you didn't do for yourself, but you were trying to help somebody else out? And maybe you didn't even realize you were doing it. Maybe you made breakfast for your kids and that's just part of your daily routine, or you fed your pets, or maybe you let somebody out in traffic. Just acknowledging what you did to give back today. And again, it can be little or it can be colossal. Everybody has different meanings behind their actions and how they feel about them. A few more moments to think about what you gave today, the gifts that you have to give back to the world. Okay, question number 3. This one, for me, is a little hard to swallow, so take that with a grain of salt. Question number 3, what difficulties and troubles did you cause today or yesterday, depending on where you're at in your meditation? And it can be something really small, like I moved the cat so I could sit in that chair, or I didn't hold the door open for that person because I was in a hurry. Just it can be something really small, but again, nothing is insignificant, because the idea behind this question being that we're so quick to jump on it when somebody has done us a disservice. Oh, that person cut me off in traffic. How dare they? I have stuff to do and I'm important. But we don't often flip it and hold ourselves accountable. And we should. We absolutely should hold ourselves accountable for causing other people difficulties. So taking a moment to figure out what that was that you did, or things that you have done. And fessing up to it, being responsible for your actions, owning up to it. Not focusing on the intent, because accidents happen. You're not trying to make excuses for yourself right now. You're just trying to be mindful of what you can work on, how you can appear in the world a little bit better. A few more moments. Now reflecting back on the answers to those 3 questions and realizing that you have so much control over how you present yourself and what you can do for others and for yourself. Maybe you were grateful for taking time out of your day to do a yoga practice or give yourself a treat. Maybe you don't eat ice cream and you had ice cream I don't know, whatever it is you do to make yourself happy. But just acknowledging these things and the things that you are grateful for, the things that you can give to give gratitude to others, and where you can stop and step back and say, oh, that was my fault. I can do that differently next time. These are all very important things to do, especially in the world right now. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. You can open your eyes now if you want. Thank you for joining me for this meditation on gratitude. You can use this anytime, even if you're just having a rough day and you just want to like backtrack a little bit to bring yourself to the present. Because as I said, gratitude is one thing that keeps us here. Right now I feel like our minds are running off the rails about worrying about the future, and we tell ourselves stories that aren't real. About the past, maybe like you did something and you're like, oh, that person's thinking something negative about me right now. You don't know that, and it's none of your business, really. So just taking the time to focus on gratitude in tough situations so that you can stay in the present. And the other thing behind question number 1 that I forgot to mention, so where were you? You can think about this later. Where were you in your headspace when these moments of gratitude were happening? Were you distracted, or were you actually in the moment being grateful for the butterfly you saw, or your kid picking you a flower, or whatever it is that you thought of? Because we're often not present. We're not here. We're somewhere else worrying or trying to plan our day. The present is a lovely, lovely gift that we have. And so just being cognizant of that and remembering that we're here, and that's awesome. Thank you again for joining me today for a Roots of Peace meditation. Namaste.